the Chase Thomas Podcast. For people who have nothing but time to kill.
Miami are going to run the gauntlet here, but I could be wrong.
But so far, the Wildcats, Kansas State looks like the best team in the Big 12 to me.
UCF though is right there. UCF, they haven't lost yet either. We shall see. Let's go to Florida at Mississippi State next, Matt Green.
Oh. Do we want to do that?
Yeah, we want to do that real quick.
I just can't believe this game's on national television. College game day. People are going to be clicking their television immediately away from ESPN after college game day ends. No one wants to see this.
Well, some people are lying on Twitter. I've noticed that they want to see this, where I think one of those things that sometimes people are like, oh, I can't wait for this, all like this nastiness. This is going to be so ugly. I'm going to be tuned in. No, you're not. There's all kinds of good football. You are not going to sit through 3.5 hours of terrible football. Like, terrible
nastiness
football.
Is Iowa State.
Those are good teams.
Trenches. Yeah.
This is two
sloppy.
Really bad teams. Two really bad teams this season, Matt. This is one that it shouldn't matter like how we have to pick this, but I think we might disagree here. What say you?
We may disagree. I don't know. This is probably the hardest game to pick on the whole slate because, like, I don't know that Florida hasn't given up on Billy Napier. Like, I don't know if this team has quit on him. Like, you saw that. I don't know if you saw last week, like some post about firing Billy Napier that Eugene Wilson liked on Instagram or something like that. Just little things like that. Like, I question this Florida team's kind of character, and like. It felt like when that A&M, as soon as they kind of, it was like a snowball against A&M. Like as soon as the things started to go bad, it's like there was no hope. Mississippi State is a low key, difficult place to play. But this team is really bad too. Like this team just lost 41-17 to Toledo. In Florida, that was the same score that Florida lost to Miami, who's a top 10 team in the country. So. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. For the sake of having a home dog, do I pick the Bulldogs? Whatever. I picked Florida last week, and I should have learned my lesson. So yeah. Let me pick Mississippi State. I'm gonna say 23-20 Mississippi State.
Okay, I thought we were gonna disagree here. I think the losses just keep coming. Like I was listening to Cover 3 guys and Bud Elliott and them talking about like I think Bud Elliott was talking to sources or something about like how to tell like when a team quit, and like the defense looks like it quit for Florida against Texas A&M on Saturday. The weird stuff with the quarterback duo, like who's gonna play, who's gonna be in when. I'd feel a little bit better about Florida if it was just straight DJ Lagway, just because he has shown the arm talent. Like I understand with Samford. Dude threw it all over the place, and that's kind of what you want in this game against Mississippi State. Like, if this was a full DJ Lagway show, I would probably lean them in this regard. But I think this is actually going to be weirdly high scoring. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a good game. Florida is 92nd in pass defense. Mississippi State is 22nd in passing yards per attempt in the country. So Blake Shapen and them in this Jeff Lebby offense are still throwing downfield a lot. The last 5 meetings this century have all been close for Mississippi State and Florida. Florida is 106th in total defense. Eugene Wilson, their best playmaker at wideout, will not play in this game for Florida. Everything just screams that Mississippi State at home. Crowd will get into it because it's a winnable game. I understand Mississippi State's been bad. Starkville's still sneaky place to play. The cowbells and everything else, and I think that place will be rocking for this one. Like we all look at this as a nasty mess, but they look at it as, hey, let's go beat Florida. I don't care what kind of shape Florida's in. If you're Mississippi State, beating Florida is still a big deal. I think they get an upset here, and they have a good day against the Gators as the losses keep coming for Billy Napier. So give me Mississippi State 34, Florida 24.
Okay, now there's part 2 of this prediction. Mississippi State wins this game. Do they storm the field?
No.
No field storm?
No, I don't think so.
I saw a clip from Kentucky when Kentucky beat Georgia back in 2006 which was one of Rick's worst teams, like especially like mid-season, like when it was Tarashinsky and Stafford, like as a true freshman. And Georgia was I think lost like 4 of 5 or something, and Kentucky was one of those. And Kentucky fans stormed the field, but it's like, hey, this
nicely
is
done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.